Hello and welcome to the NDRC Pre-Accelerator Showcase Day. I'm Frank Brennan, the CEO of Republic Work, and thanks for joining us here today. Republic Work is delighted to have led this edition of the Pre-Accelerator programme. It has been a great pleasure in working with some of the finest startups over the course of the early stage support with NDRC over the last 2 years. With over 60 in the alumni, it has been amazing to see how far they've come from being a part of a Pre-Accelerator programme. Some have been accepted and gotten their spot on an accelerator programme like the NDRC or Techstars. Some have gone on to raise funds through CSF, crowdfunding, VCs and HPSU. It's worth mentioning how diverse the startups are on this cohort. We have had startups spanning across 10 industries, 5 counties and 2 countries. And it's worth mentioning that 70% of the cohort have been female founded or co-founded. Now, without me giving away too much information, I'd like to hand it over to Eshna Gogia, our Programme Manager here in Republic Work and NDRC Programme Lead. Over to you, Eshna.
Thanks, Frank. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us here today. I'm Eshna Gogia and I'd love to welcome you all to the NDRC Pre-Accelerator Showcase of 2022, led by Republic of Work and supported by our regional partners, Dogpatch Labs in Dublin, RDI Hub in Kerry and Portershed in Galway. This is the third of the 4 Pre-Accelerator and Showcases this year. Each program is led by one of the hubs and supported by the others. This year in total, we are working with more than 80 startups in the Pre-Accelerator. So let's see where everybody is tuning in from. So if you'd like to use the chat option and tell us where you're from, I can see a lot of people tuning in from Ireland. I can see a couple of folks from Carlow, Kerry, Dublin, Waterford, Galway, and Kildare. We're also seeing people tuning in from around the globe. Format for today would be 22 startups back to back in the form of 3-minute pitches. These will be divided into 2 halves. We will hear from 11 startups, which will then be followed by a short fireside pitch with a special guest, followed by another 11 startups pitches. Please use the chat comment on the pitches throughout. Our startups have made incredible progress over the last 6 weeks. They were able to deepen their customer discovery to help them find out who their early adopters are, increasing their customer outreach, securing paid customers, sign-ups, as well as becoming pitch ready for the special day, that's today, to even running a crowdfunding campaign. Throughout the program, we heard from seasoned entrepreneurs, investors from across Ireland and EU. Thanks again to all the panelists that joined us throughout the program, entrepreneurs like Alan Holland, Conor Lydon, Ronan Daly, Lauren Diggin, Charlie Gleason, as well as investors such as Steve McCann and Bill Lear from SOSV, Amy Neal from Delta Partners, and Kate Fullen from Elkstone Partners. A massive thank you to all the mentors who supported us throughout and advised our startups over the past few weeks. We appreciate your support. So without further ado, let's welcome our first 11 startups.
I'm Alan Joyce, founder of 123 Code, and step by step we're teaching kids and young adults about coding and robotics. Parents and teachers are very keen for their children to learn coding, but they don't know where to start. Take Emma, she's 13, loves reading, art and solving puzzles. Emma's dad hears that there's going to be lots of tech jobs in the future. Emma's teacher wants to teach coding but has no training and doesn't know where to find lessons. Emma's librarian wants her library to offer coding lessons to their young members. 123 Code is an online coding and robotics learning platform where parents can enroll their kids in our coding club and receive a weekly pack of projects and lessons. Teachers can get training in how to teach coding and student courses to use in the classroom. And libraries can set up automated coding clubs where their young members can instantly access lessons and start learning to code. Whichever way Emma joins our platform, she'll start learning coding and robotics step by step. Our business model is that schools and libraries purchase teacher and student licenses, and parents pay a monthly subscription fee for their child's membership of our coding club. To date, we've operated in the Irish market, where our research shows a service obtainable market of €2 million, We're going to go global, starting in the UK, where the SOM is 28 million and the US with a SOM of 226 million. We believe every school, library and parent in the world is a potential customer. There are a number of competitors in the market. However, they often don't offer teacher training or allow kids to work independently, which is a key feature for parents and teachers. Our platform has these, as well as learning gamification, live online classes and a school award program. Parents, schools and libraries all want their children to learn coding. Governments, tech companies and increasingly all companies want more engineers. This is a feast, not a famine. To date, over 850 schools have signed up on our platform. That's 1 in every 5 in Ireland. Over 30 libraries are using us, and that's 1 in every 10 in Ireland. And over 200 parents have paid a monthly subscription for their kids to be in our coding club. That all adds up to over 110,000 euros in revenue to date and 14,000 completed coding lessons by kids like Emma. I'm Alan Joyce, founder of 123 Code, and I love technology and teaching kids about it. Previously, I was the co-founder of Engine Solutions, a software development company who I was with for 13 years. I've been teaching coding and robotics since 2016, and I built our learning platform in 2020. I get great advice from my brother Gavin, who was one of the first employees at Intercom, and is the co-founder of Vidoo, a SaaS company doing amazing things in the sales space. We've heard from the kids on our platform. They love coding. They love the problem solving, creativity, imagination, and possibilities. So get your kids coding. Get 20% off for you, your local school or library. Thank you.
In the last 6 months, the cost of ingredients alone for this Irish staple have risen by more than 22%. Hospitality businesses in Ireland are responsible for 200,000 tonnes of food waste annually, costing the sector 300 million euros. Since 2014, across the EU, it's been legislation that we have to identify any of 14 food allergens in any food we make or sell. Hi, I'm Tara, and 25 years ago, I married a chef, Brian Beattie, whose passion for food and hospitality led us to open a fine dining restaurant, Mindfule, evolving into the caterers and 5 S-side cafes. Like most restaurant and cafe operators, we started with the dream to bring people together through food. However, that dream soon turned into the nightmare of rising costs, overproduction, food waste, legislation compliance, meaning we made little to no profit. So we trawled the market for a tool to help us manage our kitchens better, but we couldn't find one. That led us to creating our own Prepsheets, a simple to use chef-focused platform that maps ingredients to recipes. It outlines the accurate costs and supports the planning, preparation and purchasing of just the right amount of food. We implemented Prepsheets in our business in January 2021, and it enabled us to renegotiate key ingredients with our suppliers, remove low margin items off our menus, and reduce our food waste. This enabled us to save 4% on our food, equating to 85,400 euros to our bottom line. We have ingredient information from some of the biggest suppliers in our industry, and we're growing this as well as adding in smaller suppliers with every new client we sign up. We're a SaaS business with an MRR of up to 100 recipes at 29.95, plus an EU-compliant labelling module, plus a setup service. There are over 2.2 million hospitality kitchens in the world, of which we estimate 50% are independently owned. We will initially target the Irish and UK market, where the SOM alone is just over 9 million euros. There are competitors, however, they come at this more from procurement or stock or nutrition rather than the recipe. Our biggest competitor is probably Excel or paper, and chefs have gone very far with these over the years. However, because Prepsheets flow and terminology is familiar to chefs, it's clear information around recipe costings, portion sizes, as well as easily identifying the allergens in the recipes. Once we show it to chefs, they're hooked. We have 7 paying customers. We've just signed up with our 4th food consultant. TU Culinary Arts students are currently using Prepsheets in their classes, and we have received 50,000 euros investment from Enterprise Ireland. Our team is very well suited. On top of our hospitality business, Brian and I also set up the Cater Waiter, which we sold 2 years ago. Keeping it in the family, our son is also our developer, and he's currently studying computer science in MIT. So if you love your corner cafe or your neighborhood bistro, why not ensure they're here for the long run by introducing them to Prepsheets? Thank you.
Hi,
My name is John Barron from GoChallenge. Movements like the Great Resignation and quiet quitting all started for one reason. For the first time ever, people are prioritizing their physical and mental health over their work. And who could blame them? Work-related stress and burnout is at an all-time high, with 3 out of 5 workers stating that work-related stress caused them to have a lack of interest, motivation, and energy at work. This obviously has a huge negative impact on a business's bottom line. But the good news is, at GoChallenge, we're here to help. We're starting a movement. Why? Because on days when people exercise, their experience of work is transformed for the better. And the results are incredible. 72% of people reported an improvement in time management and work completion. 91% reported being more engaged with their company's mission and vision. And 60% reported being far more resilient to stress and anxiety. At GoChallenge, our mission is to use the power of movement and technology to be the global leader in workplace well-being and productivity. And how are we going to do this? Our platform engages and motivates from the ready, set, go. We host short, accessible activity challenges suitable for everyone, and we're fully integrated with the major wearable fitness devices. But we're not just another fitness app. We're smashing down the barriers to entry associated with exercise, including time, fitness ability, and motivation. Our app is team-orientated. We're all about inclusivity and accessibility. Unlike many of our competitors' apps that are often seen as intimidating, too competitive, and providing overly complicated performance data, we make exercise more accessible by baking it into your working day. We're targeting HR and wellness directors. These are the verticals where we're seeing most traction for GoChallenge to date. And the market opportunity based in those verticals across Ireland, UK, and US is €9 billion, while the total obtainable market is €100 million in those 3 territories. We offer scalable pricing to suit all budgets and business size. We have an extremely scalable business model in that once a challenge is developed, it's evergreen, enabling a healthy gross profit margin of 75%. Our leadership team is qualified, experienced, and ambitious. I'm the CEO. I'm an experienced leader in startup and Fortune 500 environments, having previously co-founded a company called Venetics. Dr. Katrina Mooney is my co-founder. Katrina is a GP with over 20 years experience. And Ivan McShane, our CTO, has managed large dev teams and deployed and supported software solutions globally. As a company, we've made great headway this year. We're launching GoChallenge this month, October 22, and this will coincide with our first customer corporate care coming online, which will be quickly followed by our first international challenge with Circle K, something that we're very excited about. We're kicking off a seed investment round in Q1 2023. And if you'd like more information, I'd be delighted to speak with you. Thank you very much. Take care.
At KPesa, we believe in the power of women economic freedom to make our world a better place. Meet Mama June. She has been a tailor for many years, but her dream is to grow her business by training and hiring local unemployed youth. However, she has a problem. No bank will lend her any money. In fact, worldwide, 7% of female entrepreneurs don't have access to financial services, and there's over 300 billion financing gap for female entrepreneurs. Even though research shows us that when we invest in women, we invest in a whole community because women spend a high percentage of their income on their family and community. That's why we decided to start KPesa, a lending crowdfunding platform to help women entrepreneurs to access finance to grow their business. At KPesa, women like Mama June will be able to connect with impact-driven individuals and be able to access the much-needed funds to take her business to the next level. Impact-driven individuals will also be able to access a curated list of female business in our platform and empower them to scale. We have a diverse revenue stream. We will charge 3% commission fee on loan raised on our platform. We also have partnership with development financial institutions. Our TAM is estimated to be over 45 billion globally, with a sum of 6 billion in Africa, a market where we want to launch first. What set us apart from our competitors is our focus to be community-first platform. And our experience in building global community give us an unfair advantage. Last year, we have started off by building our community. We have successfully organized 6 networking events and featured 13 female entrepreneurs. and we have 150 newsletter subscribers. Also, we were shortlisted by the African Professional Network Island Lions Den competition. In November, we will have 2 co-create sessions with She Found and Dealer participants of a female entrepreneurship program. Our team have a diverse experience from community building to accounting and finance and design. Not only that, our cultural diversity gives us comparative advantage in 3 global markets, Tanzania, Nigeria, and Brazil. So join our movement to empower more female entrepreneurs globally. I'm Leila Karaha, co-founder of KPesa. Thank you.
I'm Marita, a consumer health brands expert, and this year I co-founded OneYou to provide online home-delivered pill subscriptions for busy, achieving women right here in Ireland. Meet Jo. After 6 years in the Bay Area, she's come home to be Meta's Connection Planning Director. In the US, she got the pill online and home delivered. She thinks the way of getting it here, appointments, time off work, waiting rooms, awkward questions in person, pharmacy lines, makes absolutely no sense. We've been inspired by Jo to create a digitally native, web-based end-to-end service, delivering community and trusted reproductive health information and clinical care that starts with an online questionnaire, text-based consult, courier delivery to her door, and regular check-ins. Some of our technology facilitating this experience is an information recommender system, algorithms identifying potential safety issues, and AI to support more precise care decisions. And while locally, others provide one part of the patient journey, consults or medication, or typically provide specialist in-person care or general online consults, we focus on a single specialist area and end-to-end care, and are uniquely positioned as the first in Ireland to offer text-based consults and medication deliveries. Consumers pay upfront by an annual subscription fee, with 30% going to OneYou. They also pay pharmacy prices for their pill. Fewer women use contraception globally than want to, resulting in an underpenetrated global market of 43 billion, including many telehealth-friendly markets. And many, many women, like right here in Ireland, reporting poor experiences and unmet needs. Over time, we aim to develop a house of brands business focused on reskinning, not rebuilding, for efficient capital allocation and returns across brands. Since Q1, we've built a strong team, proven problem scale and feasibility. We're now focusing on prototyping, AI and traction. And in Q1 2023, we'll launch our MVP into a local network. And once self-sustaining, we'll build another, and so on. And after that, start looking for partners to help build out our vision. Together, we have a wealth of experience. Michael, an MD, is designing and vetting the patient experience. Adele, a barrister, is our legal strategist, tactician and guardian. Brody, a health CTO, focuses on our tech requirements, opportunities and challenges. And me, having led awarded internationally adopted consumer health brands, leads product and positioning. If you'd like to join us or get to know us, we'd love to hear from you.
Hi, my name is Carl O'Brien. I'm the founder of StoreHero. In short, StoreHero helps e-commerce store owners identify what marketing is working so that they can do more of it. E-commerce usage has exploded, but e-commerce store owners are often drowning in data. With multiple sales and marketing channels, it's really difficult to get a central view as to what's actually happening with your store. Meanwhile, the cost to acquire customers has skyrocketed. Price increases across the entire supply chain means e-commerce brands need to watch these numbers more closely than ever before. Despite the fact that other dashboard and reporting tools exist, most users still rely on manual spreadsheets to try to understand their data. These tools often need dedicated staff members to pull insights from complex reports, with multiple advertising channels often trying to take credit for each individual sale or conversion. There's also a big disconnect between business and marketing objectives internally, with many businesses busy making Google and Facebook richer, running unprofitable advertising instead of building a real sustainable business. StoreHero turns that chaos into clarity by giving store owners a single source of truth with a real-time view of their sales and marketing metrics. And unlike other tools, StoreHero generates recommendations on what you can do about that data in order to improve. One of our customers, Alice, is the marketing manager for a store generating over 8 figures in annual revenue. She's 3 staff and spends between 10 and 30K per month running ads across the various channels. She's spending 4 times as much as she was last year to acquire each individual sale, and on that basis needs to make sure her campaigns are as dialed in and profitable as possible. For the first time, StoreHero gives Alice a single source of truth, which she can use every morning to see how she's trending against her goals. Alice can not only see the revenue generated from her campaigns, but also the profit. That allows her team to double down on the campaigns that are working and minimize spend on the ones that aren't. This is the perfect time for a tool like StoreHero with an estimated 4.5 million active stores across both Shopify and WooCommerce, the 2 largest e-commerce platforms. Total global digital advertising spend is expected to reach 526 billion by 2024, and more spend means more of a need to manage that spend effectively. With an increased demand for talent, brands also need to use their time wisely, spending less time trying to understand where they are now and more time taking action on where they need to go moving forward. StoreHero scales with you and is priced based on your store revenue starting at €299 per month. This gives us a total addressable market of 30 billion. We're currently trialing the platform with 10 stores, including DID Electrical and Thriftify, and have a further 30 stores committed to trial before the end of October. This already represents a potential 100K in ARR before the end of 2022. I'm currently the sole founder and team member, having previously founded a 12-person web and digital marketing agency, Sifter. Over the last 6 years, we've built hundreds of e-commerce stores, managed millions in digital advertising spend, and have seen these problems firsthand. We plan to raise a seed round of between 500 to 750K by early Q1 2023 to help finance product development and help build our sales function to serve our market across the UK. Thanks, and hope to chat to everyone soon.
Hi, my name is Cormac and I'm going to tell you about HOS-T. I'm a CPA and I'm bringing 15 years experience in digital transformation in the finance industry into your local. HOS-T is a game-changing payment system that boosts margins for gastropubs. This is Frank, the manager of the Prince's in Richmond. Prince's Head is one of 380 Fuller's venues across the UK. Richmond RFC have a big game around the corner tonight. When that game breaks out in 45 minutes, Frank and his staff are going to get slammed. Pub goers in the UK are only willing to wait 8 minutes before they leave and go somewhere else. So Frank is potentially losing a lot of revenue here. The average wait time for a drink in the UK is 4.3 minutes, but most of that time is actually spent ordering and paying. With HOS-T, Frank's customers can order on their phones in an instant from a QR code or an NFC tag. Ordering solutions brought in during COVID were great for social distancing, and they got the public used to ordering from their phones, but they didn't address the obvious efficiency problems in the industry. For the customer, HOS-T is now a familiar technology, albeit with a very polished UI. But for Frank, this is a game changer. Our innovative payment system significantly reduces transaction fees and processing time, letting Frank's staff focus on frying out great drinks and creating a better experience for both the customers and the staff. HOS-T could boost Frank's earning potential by 20% at a modest estimate. Fuller's is losing 11.8 million a year by continuing to operate in this fashion. HOS-T at £500 a month for all UK venues will pay for itself in 2.5 months. The business will primarily be a SaaS subscription model. However, there are several other add-ons that can bring in revenue, such as revenue share options, marketing material sales, and NFT sales, creation and distribution. We do have competition. All of these companies here address the current need in the market for digital menus and table service. However, none of these provide varied payment options, and none of these are aimed at bars. We utilize state-of-the-art blockchain payment technology that will both increase ordering options for the customer and reduce transaction expenses for the venue. Discussions began with our development partners in March this year, and we were awarded an Enterprise Ireland Innovation Grant in August this year. Our MVP will be built by January 2023, and by the second half of next year, we will have 50 venues onboarded and 10 hires. Our target market is UK pub groups. Just over 50% of all pubs and bars in the UK are owned by chains and breweries, so we estimate a serviceable obtainable market of 780 million. My co-founder Richard was a former CEO of Resdiary, a very successful table booking software solution operating across 5 continents. So he's been there and done that. We are in discussions also with a renowned blockchain consultancy about possibly making this a joint venture. We have been discussions with Archive since March and other successful and talented team of web development professionals. And as I mentioned earlier, I'm a CPA with 15 years experience in finance and tech transformation. And in 2020, I co-founded Bamba, an order and pay marketplace app for bars, restaurants, and cafes. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ali and I'm the co-founder of Mindfule, and we're on a mission to improve brain health through smart food solutions. It's complicated, costly, and time-consuming to feed our brains the variety of plant foods and nutrients it requires. This has led to nutrient deficiencies, poor gut health, and chronic inflammation, all of which are directly linked to near and long-term mental and cognitive health issues. Take Jessica, she's a senior account exec at a multinational tech company. Post-COVID, her priorities have become her health and her time. Like 60% of people, she cooks from scratch at home every day, but she really struggles to know what she should eat for her health. And during the week, she often makes herself quick meals with a couple of basic ingredients that lack nutritional depth and diversity. Wouldn't it be great if Jessica could amplify those basic ingredients with nutrients scientifically shown to benefit her brain and gut? Introducing Mindful Nutrify packs, which make feeding your brain quick, easy, and delicious. Each pack contains multiple components like sauces, rubs, marinades, and dressings, nutritionally enhanced with functional foods, probiotics, prebiotics, omega-3, and antioxidants in proven beneficial quantities. All Jessica has to do is combine one of our Nutri packs with a couple of ingredients from her fridge or pantry, and she's eating a delicious chef-quality brain-boosting meal in less than 15 minutes. With over 20 plants in each pack, Jessica now gets more plants in one meal than most people usually get in a week. It couldn't be simpler. She picks her monthly packs based on recommended recipes and receives them through her letterbox via the National Postal Service. The packs require no refrigeration, giving Jessica the flexibility to make her meals on her own time. We operate on a subscription-based model, firstly targeting employees through B2B2C, paid for by the employee at a discounted partnership rate, with some companies also willing to cover the total cost. We're in closing conversations with several multinationals to offer this to their people, as Mindful helps them bring the previous on-site healthy nudges to any environment. The health and wellness food market is a large, high-growth global market growing to $1 trillion by 2026. But we're igniting through a segment of time-poor millennial professionals within the UK and Ireland. Nothing like this exists already, so we're creating a new market that serves the consumers currently using supplement products, but it delivers it to them through food, which is shown to be more effective and where it can more easily fit within their existing habits like eating. Over the past 12 months, we've partnered with multinational companies to build our product directly with our target consumer. We've developed our scientific formula for our Nutrify packs, and we partnered with a renowned new product development team in London to bring this to market. Across our founding team, we have extensive expertise in neuroscience, nutrition, product, and business development with the support of our extremely experienced industry advisors. We're currently raising a round with a VC offer on the table. If you'd like to join us on our journey, you can connect with me at ali@mindfule.com. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Fintan, co-founder here at Sifter News. Our mission is to make investigative journalism sustainable and profitable again. Investigative journalism is a dying industry. Ireland, for example, used to have 20 investigative teams. That number is now at 2. So what's the problem? Investigative research is very labor intensive. It requires deep expertise and it's hard to access funding. Take James, for example. He's the ex-head of investigation at ITV News. 2 weeks' work since he left the organization may only mean €600. So how are we going to fuel the future of journalism? Sifter is an open source research tool to source, sort, and distribute findings. We hope to reduce research time from 2 weeks to 3 days. By empowering any individual to visualize their evidence and get paid independently by their audience. This will allow them to regain control both of their finances and their content. The subscription market is exploding. Newspapers and journalists are rapidly going behind paywalls. Irish Times here in Ireland and the New York Times in America. Currently, 1 million paid English newsletters worldwide, and this is set to grow 10 times in the next 5 years. Sifter looks to take a 10% cut of this, around €700 million. Publishing is completely free, but once creators start charging, we take a 10% fee on top of credit card charges. Unlike other research tools like Maltego and social links, we bring investigations to the general public with our publishing feature, offering rich, evidence-based news. We've been progressing fast. Our MVP is ready for release within 6 months of start. We have interviewed over 50 journalists during our research process, and we have 2 institutions signed up for beta testing, with over 1,500 Twitter followers and 200 newsletter signups. We are a strong build-focused team with previous successful scale-ups and a deep understanding of the news and information space, with a combined 25 years experience at companies such as the BBC, the UN, and Samsung. Thank you, and reach out if you're an investor or a journalist. We'd love to chat.
Back in lockdown 2020, I text friends and family to donate occasion wear items to sell for charity. From just one call out, I received 60 black sacks of clothes on my doorstep within a week. If that wasn't shocking enough, 70% of the items had only ever been worn the once. I dug a little deeper and discovered that 63% of women shop for occasion wear items to only ever wear the once. Why am I telling you this? Well, I'm Laura and I'm a conscious consumer. I represent the 73% of consumers who say they would change their consumption habits to reduce their impact on the environment. I also represent the 60% of consumers who say the hardest thing about shopping secondhand is finding their size. In fact, research shows that 67% of transactions are stopped due to sizing. Meet byBorrow. Our mission is to empower women in making more sustainable wardrobe choices by providing a circular fashion services platform for users to buy, borrow, and upcycle occasion wear items from their favorite brands and stores, where users can shop sustainably, lower their carbon footprint, and save money. We further reduce the textile waste by linking users with upcyclers and repairers in their local area, taking that dress that doesn't fit into one that does. There is no end to supply. In a given year, there is an estimated 700 million worth of occasion wear items hanging idle in women's wardrobes. There is 1.2 billion worth of unsold or unreturned items sent to landfill. The way we shop for occasion wear items is contributing to Ireland's 110 tonnes of textile waste per year, the equivalent of everyone in Ireland taking 3 additional solo return flights from Dublin to Amsterdam per year. The rental and resale market is projected to be worth 120 billion by 2026. Based off our location and targeting occasion wear, we see our SAM as 4.2 billion and our SOM as 420 million. byBorrow charges a 25% service fee on transactions and a 10% service fee on services booked. Thankfully, we're not the only resale and rental platform out there. For that, we have direct competition with Buy Rotation and Depop, none of which have a sizing solution. Our traction to date: we launched our MVP in March 2020, and since April to September, we've onboarded 1,000 customers and 500 uploads. And this month, we are onboarding 10 new providers. I am the sole founder of byBorrow. I have 10 years in product sales and marketing. I am hugely passionate about solving this problem. If you're like me and you want to be part of change for good, follow our journey at byborrow.com. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lena Angland, and today I want to tell you about how Wanderful helps family-focused hotels boost revenues by turning their grounds into adventure playgrounds powered by augmented reality. Meet Michelle. She is the sales and marketing manager of a major hotel group. And due to the reduction in business travel since COVID, she wants to focus further on the family market, which is booming according to industry reports like Fáilte Ireland. Michelle knows that when families book hotels, the number of activities on offer is a key differentiator. However, building playgrounds, adding kids clubs are all significant investments, and Michelle knows that many of her hotels do not have capacity for these types of offerings. Partnering with Wanderful, Michelle can turn any of her hotels into AR-powered adventure playgrounds. Any pathway can be turned into a wildlife safari or even Any hotel lobby can be converted into Jurassic Park. These simple to set up experiences attract and convert new customers, increase time and money spent on site, boost satisfaction, and all at the fraction of cost of traditional amenities. With Wanderful, virtually any family-focused hotel has the power to create its own magic and a wow factor that competes with the likes of Disney. Wanderful can be added to any venue that wishes to attract families or entertain younger audiences. However, we are initially focusing on the hotel industry, which is worth over 500 billion. And we're now targeting family resorts and hotel chains. We make revenue by a venue commissioning experience, and we have a flexible pricing packages available to suit the scale of experience that they want for their venue. We provide wonderful metrics to show the level of traction any of their experiences gather, and all our experiences can be changed annually to suit the needs of returning customers. There is very little competition in the digital area, with Pokemon Go being the chief amongst them. However, this is for an older audience. Our digital orienteering experience is targeted for the all-inclusive family audience, and all our trails are educational with a focus on sustainability. Over the past year since launching our beta, we now have 4 paying customers, are live in 4 venues with 2 pop-up venues, one being the recent National Ploughing Championships. I'm delighted to say we've inspired over 3,000 families to go on a wonderful adventure, and even one of our most recent launches had over 800 users within the first few weeks. What's so exciting now is that we get to use what we've learned with our initial rollouts to know how to efficiently scale the platform to suit the needs of the customers that are now approaching us. And our aim is to start rolling out our experiences globally, again, targeting hotel chains and resorts. Our team is made up of a strong all-female founding team that draw on our vast experience in technical program management, education, design, AR, and animation. I am pleased to say that the experiences we have built together to date have been described as leading in the field of AR and experience tourism. Thank you for your time, and please get in touch if you're interested in a wonderful experience.
Hello and welcome back. That was a fantastic first half. Earlier on, I mentioned our alumni from previous editions of the NDRC Pre-Accelerator program. And today, we're delighted to have one of them here with us today. Claire Skill, founder and CEO of Telia Therapy, an app-based service to provide vital voice support to those affected by the Parkinson's disease. Without further ado, let's chat away with Claire. Welcome, Claire. We're delighted to have you.
Thanks very much.
Tell us a bit about yourself and Telia Therapy. How did the idea shape up? What's the backstory?
So I think the first thing was I studied speech and language therapy in college, and I had a placement where I was working with people with Parkinson's. And for those of you who don't know, Parkinson's can affect your voice, so it gets quite low and quiet, so it's very difficult to hear people, and therefore it's very hard for people to have conversations because they aren't heard. So with therapy, you can really bring the volume of their voice up. It means they can have a conversation across a dinner table, make a phone call, like just huge impact on their quality of life. So I said, that's what I'd like to work in. And then I realised that through volunteering with the Parkinson's Association, very little therapists working on the ground in terms of there's not a lot of resources. So I began to think, why wasn't there like an app like Duolingo or something that people could be practicing their therapy at home and really, have that meaningful impact on their quality of life. So I guess that's where the idea came from. Further developed that when people practice on the app, it would feed back to make sure that the therapist could see how they're getting on. So yeah, that's where the idea initially came from.
Absolutely. And you were a part of one of our previous cohorts as well. How did the Pre-Accelerator program help you achieve and unlock the next set of milestones?
Yeah, I think it came at a really good time for us. So initially we had a prototype that we were using with patients with Parkinson's, and it was very much B2C at that time, and we were looking to move towards getting speech therapists in other clinics to use it with their patients, so moving to B2B. And I guess that customer discovery, engagement piece and speaking with customers every week really helped us to understand the therapist problem. We'd nailed down what the patient's problem was, but to get the therapist problem and to help us transition to a more B2B outlook for the business. So yeah, it kind of helped shape those next steps.
Absolutely. And in terms of, sort of like what has happened and how has the journey changed since you've completed the Pre-Accelerator program and now on, like, what has changed on the product development side?
So we're in the coming months piloting with the HSE, which is a really big one for us. Moving towards getting regulatory approval, so we would be a software as a medical device for our full product. So all the steps and all the paperwork and trials and stuff that come with that. So I think for moving to B2B and then helping us shape the product further for speech therapists and then to get the regulatory approval so we can commercialize, that's kind of the milestones we're trying to hit at the moment.
Absolutely. And when you look at the wider startup ecosystem in Ireland, what are your thoughts around it? How has the startup ecosystem changed since you started off, and when you look at all the supports and programs out there now?
I think there's so much. I think there's so much support, and often it can seem like, where do you start? So I guess my advice would be to like speak to founders who have done it already, see what supports they found useful and why they found them useful, to see if they'd be a good fit for your business. But yeah, all I can say is between like the local enterprise, NDRC, Ignite, Enterprise Ireland, there's so much support, and it's just to make sure they fit into your roadmap at the right time. Yeah, I think it's great.
And I think the other part would be for founders or startup enthusiasts that are just starting off their journey now, what would be the do's and the don'ts? And, you know, we often tell startups not to keep, you know, jumping from support to support. How would you kind of frame that?
Yeah, that whole jumping from support to support, I suppose having your roadmap first and foremost of what you want to do, and then seeing what programs and supports help towards your roadmap rather than what program can I do next. And I think it often feels scary at the end of a program being like, oh gosh, I've no support now. But, you know, having your roadmap and finding the supports that will help you get to the next milestone, I think is one. And yeah, I guess advice is to speak to other startups and see what they found helpful.
Yeah, the peer support, the community piece is one of the highlights that any of these programs across any startup ecosystem do offer. Do we have any news or updates or announcements you'd like to share with us?
I think one big one is I now have a technical co-founder, Dave. So I very much liked being a one woman does it all kind of situation for a while. But, you know, having a co-founder, you know, we're reaching things quicker. The tech is coming along a lot faster. Our product development and even towards like regulatory approval. So it's been huge. So Dave is full-time since August, but part-time since April. But yeah, that has been a really significant milestone for us.
Well, thank you so much, Claire. Those are some really lovely updates from your end. We wish you every success with your startup journey ahead, and we hope you accomplish all that you've set for yourself. Thank you so much for joining us today and sharing your insights and a lot about your entrepreneurial journey as well with us today. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
We absolutely love chatting away with Claire and hearing all that's happening at Teleotherapy. A lot of wonderful insights out there, especially the fact that peer-to-peer learning or peer-to-peer support is an integral part of any entrepreneur's journey. So let's gear up for the next set of pitches. If you're looking to connect with the startups here today, please look out for the link in the chat to directly reach out to them after their pitches.
Hi, I'm Jason Cullity, the founder of Skillsvista. I have 21 years management experience, including 18 years as an Army officer, with qualifications, expertise and skills in HR and learning development. And I'm here today to talk to you about a revolutionary new talent management intelligence tool for business called Skillsvista. 85% of Irish businesses are facing skill shortages, and they're struggling also to recruit and upskill personnel. Learning management systems don't tell employees or employers what learning is needed to drive business results. They don't connect what the organization needs with what an employee needs in their role to excel. This can impact employee engagement. Gallup's estimate that low engagement costs the global economy 8.1 trillion a year. In 2012, I was tasked with creating an upskilling plan for the Irish Defence Forces due to a reorganisation. It took over 6 months to get the training needs analysis. Imagine if I could get that information in seconds. Before a company or an organisation implements an expensive learning management system, you need to understand what their training or learning requirements are. Skillsvista does this. We are the missing piece in this complicated jigsaw. The problem's not new, but we have a new solution. Our data-driven platform is focusing on addressing the problem. It allows you to see the training needs analysis for the employee, the department, or the business in seconds. If you're a line manager, learning development manager, HR, the CEO, or anyone making strategic decisions around talent management in your organization, you need support in that, and we provide that. We support businesses to maximize the talent that's at their disposal by putting the right person in the right role with the right skill set to drive business results, saving you time, effort, and money. If I had Skillsvista in 2012, it would have saved us 6 months' work. We have a B2B SaaS model where companies pay per user per month, depending on the size of their business, but there are also additional revenue streams for like coaching, mentoring, and training. Our target market initially is Ireland, and focusing in on company size between 100 to 250 employees, and then we'll expand to the United Kingdom and then to the United States. There are no like-for-like solutions out there, as far as we're aware of. Learning management system platforms are further downstream, and other HR systems don't address the problem in the same way we do. They're more administrative tools. We've had strong early engagement. We have a pilot with 2 companies, one in the construction and one in the tech industry. We're finalising a pilot with Irish Manufacturing Research. We've had early engagement with the CEO of Skillnet Ireland, and are very interested in a network dashboard that will give them full visibility of the skills gaps that exist across their 22,000 companies. A global learning management system has also reached out to us with a view to potentially strategic partnership or white labelling our system. We're currently looking for investors. We have a really strong team. Trenick is our software developer and has an artificial intelligence master's, and both our advisors, Dennis Murphy and Brian Mabry, have founded and sold business in the past.
Hi, I'm Clodagh. 2 years ago, I went through a difficult time at work. I felt overwhelmed and exhausted. Workplace-related stress is not new, but it is at an all-time high. For those of us in the room today, when we look around, 7 out of 10 of us are dealing with work-related stress, and 4 out of 6 of us are considering quitting for a job that better supports our well-being. It's not just affecting those of us here today. Millions of people around the world are struggling, and this is costing companies billions of dollars every year. HR professionals and business owners have their own issues when it comes to employee well-being. Meet Hazel, head of people and culture at a medium-sized business with a people-first approach. She is facing issues of absenteeism and engagement. Hazel needs a holistic well-being solution that supports the different needs of her employees. In fact, research shows that holistic workplace well-being solutions help us to be happier and more productive. When we feel that our well-being is being supported, we are 9 times more likely to stay in our jobs. And companies that invest in employee experience achieve 4 times greater profit per employee per year. Craoi connects users with well-being experts and personalized on-demand content across our 4 pillars: movement, mindfulness, nutrition, and happiness. We help you to prioritize your well-being so that you can thrive at work and beyond. Craoi is a flexible B2B2C SaaS platform. Our target audience is made up of business owners, HR professionals, and managers who care about their employees' well-being. We offer tiered pricing and plans to suit all needs. Remember Hazel? She's availing of our Platinum subscription plan to help her employees thrive at work and beyond. Our primary markets include Ireland, the UK, and the expat community in the Middle East because we know this market. We're focusing on SMEs in growth phase, and based on competitive landscape, we're looking to capture a 15% market share. Our projected annual revenue from our primary markets is €215 million. Our flexible tiered pricing results in an average monthly cost per employee that is less than the price of a cup of coffee. Craoi stands out from the competition. Our platform is designed to analyze data to power tailored recommendations. We provide a personalized experience that focuses on behavioral change and healthy habit building for long-term success. We've onboarded 9 expert wellbeing partners, hosted 22 paid workshops, created 300 pieces of exclusive content on our platform, and have had over 5,500 visitors to our website. Our MVP platform launched in June with 4 paid pilot partnerships with RDJ, BKK, Finero, and Morgan McKinley. At the end of the first month, employees from one of these companies reported a 60% improvement in their work-life balance. What looks like a team of 1 is powered by a community of wellbeing experts. I am the founder of Craoi with over 15 years of experience in the corporate and wellbeing industries. I would love for you to join us on this journey. Scan the QR code on screen and contact us today to get started with an exclusive offering of 1 month free membership for you and your teams. Together, let's prioritize our well-being so that we can thrive at work and beyond.
Can you imagine 50 people calling you at the same time, and what about 500 of them, and all of them asking you for the same advice? Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Olga, and I'm founder of Flywize. Today, I'm here to answer 18 billion questions and introduce a tool which earns money for aviation passengers and also decreases the number of calls for flight ticket resellers at the same time. Flight ticket resellers like John, who is working in companies such as Kayak, resells thousands of flight tickets and holiday packages every single day. John's job is getting their clients from point A to point B. However, flight disruptions such as flight delays, cancellation, overbooking happens, and passengers remain stuck at the airport, not knowing what to do in the middle of their journey. It is not in John's skill set to advise passengers about aviation policies or even claiming their compensation. So while is John overwhelmed by calling customers wanting real-time solution, unclaimed compensation of aviation passengers is in a whopping value of 18 billion euros every single year. So Flywize was designed to get all the communication on flight providers' behalf. So passengers won't even realize that there's a third party included, because John's job is just get customers from point A to point B. Our job is to get all the difficulties and solve all the troubles coming from flight disruptions. Our current business model is currently divided into 2 ways. We are currently using B2C, where we are charging our success fee from compensation, which is between 250 up to 600 euros. On the other side, we have B2B, which will be on monthly subscription for small and medium businesses. What excites me the most is the market size opportunity. As you can see, every single day, there is more than 11 million people traveling around the world, from which is more than 500,000 people are traveling only in the UK, from which 16,000 people can get their compensation every single day. Of course, there is a number of increasing number of travel companies who are claiming, who are helping aviation passengers to get their compensation, such as AirHelp, Flexidrive, or Claim Air. However, there is still 85% of aviation passengers who doesn't know about their rights because they are unaware or they are lost in legal jargon. We officially launched our service in the middle of July 2022, and up to date we helped more than 225 people, and also we collected more than 800 feedback. We aim to stand out from the others in our field by providing a real-time service by someone who customer already using. So our team is comprised of myself and also Igor, who is front-end developer with more than 10 years experience, and Dominic the same with more than 10 years experience. Thank you very much for your time.
Driver education is one of the last industries yet to be digitally transformed. I'm Ray and my company's Flexidrive. Our app connects learner drivers directly with local instructors to schedule driving lessons in minutes. 10 years ago, to get a driving lesson, you contact every instructor you could find to compare price and availability, or you call a driving school to be matched in a blind date fashion, forced to work around their schedule, causing huge delays with little control over the process. And today, not much has changed. Established driving instructors are wasting time and money through inadequate lesson management. Meanwhile, instructors who don't have a referral base have plenty of availability but nowhere to advertise it, forcing them to join expensive franchises. The industry itself is facing systemic issues due to the instructor shortage. Today's driving instructors are retiring, and the barrier of entry for the next gen instructor are much higher than they were 5 years ago, making this the ideal time for disruption. Our solution allows learners to take full control. Now they can choose where they learn, when they learn, and who they learn with. Driving instructors can build their entire business using our app. They can manage their bookings and payments, connect with local students, reducing their travel time and static costs by over 30%. Our secure payment system ensures instructors are always paid for no-shows and cancellations, which you don't get when you're traditionally a cash-based business. Complacency has fueled the lack of innovation. The majority of our competitors have failed to adapt to modern best practices that we see in other sectors. Our strategy is to attract and empower the next generation of driving instructors through technology and strategic partnerships. Flexidrive's training academy decentralises instructor training through partnerships across Ireland and the UK, introducing new instructors to the industry to meet the demand. We've already recruited our first pilot cohort of 10 new trainee instructors, 2 qualified and 8 more to qualify in the new year. Our goal is to address the scarcity issue for learner drivers while penetrating the market with new entrants. In the past 12 months, over 3,000 lessons have been conducted through our app by over 300 learners, acquiring most organically, and our platforms live in Dublin and Louth. Global opportunity is minimum 6 billion, with our initial focus being Ireland and the UK. This alone is over an 800 million opportunity, with 1 million unique individuals sitting driving tests every single year. Our primary revenue stream is commission of sales through the platform. Although this business is traditionally cash-based, it's not fit for purpose. Our Theory app acts as a lead generation funnel, introducing learners to our brand, natural upsell to driving lessons, creating a recurring revenue stream through subscriptions. Instructor training rounds that are offering, adding a third revenue stream. Our core team have a proven track record in venture scaling, team building, B2C customer acquisition, and deep industry domain knowledge. We're positioned at the forefront to disrupt this industry. We're passionate about addressing the core systemic issues. We're currently raising a pre-seed round with 20% funding already subscribed. If you'd like to help us digitalize this industry, reach out for more information. Thank you very much for your time.
Tanias, Simakate no, Simekmano, feeling lost, feeling confused. This is how your employees feel when they are in meetings, pitches, and presentations when English isn't their first language. English is the business language of the world, right? Yet 93% of professionals worldwide can't and won't speak English at work. Because they're not confident in English, they would rather spend 2 hours back and forth sending emails rather than picking up the phone for a quick 5 minutes and seal the deal. This ultimately results in a 32% loss of new business opportunities. Picture this, your company turns over €1 million annually. You could essentially be making 1.28 million every year. So what do we do to help? We offer a blended English learning solution that focuses on the language that truly matters in business. So sales, negotiations, public speaking, and closing deals. We have an interactive platform and we have assigned personal tutors, giving employees the confidence to pick up the phone and seal that deal. We keep our learners happy and motivated with interactive dashboards, tailored learning packs, and progress reports. And we keep the boss happy with a more efficient and autonomous team. Using a bronze, silver, and gold package option, Everywhere English offers a value-driven subscription model with a focus on B2B corporate sales. We know we're in a competitive space. However, Everywhere English saves companies time and money with their problem-solving features and focuses specifically on the language that allows employees to work internationally and close deals and ultimately increase revenue. There are 320 million people worldwide who still can't speak industry-specific English. This is a €25 billion industry. With the onboarding of an overseas client, we are on track and intend to take 10% of Europe's market share. After we have taken the Spanish market, we will eventually move on to the French market and eventually global. To date, we have secured several B2B clients, including Hayes Recruitment Ireland, Rugby Academy Ireland, and Premier Education Partners that will generate us €83,000 each year. We are in talks with a SaaS gaming company in Japan and a food manufacturing company in the UK to onboard onto our new platform. My name is Kate, my co-founder Becky. We are 2/3 triplets, but more importantly, we have 25 years of experience behind us and have overseen the launch of 3 startups together. We are yin and yang in our skill set. This is Everywhere English. Not only do we teach English, we truly empower teams to become the best version of themselves. Please get in touch if you'd like to know more.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kiran, a neuroscientist with 15 years experience in research and teaching. And during that period, I often came across people who would say they find science boring or difficult. So I said, why not develop a platform to address this problem? So we developed Sciplify, simplifying science. So doing a survey, we found around 68% of the students who said they find STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, maths, boring and difficult. Reason? School curriculums are often considered to be boring and rigid, and no one tells them the relevance why to study STEM. Even kids with neurodiversity don't have enough tools that cater to the needs to develop interest for STEM. So here we have a family which we all can relate to, where parents want the best for the kids. But the challenge which parents face today is the screen time of kids. So STEM topics, which is often text heavy, with the kids' screen time, it becomes a challenge to develop interest in STEM. And this was corroborated to different news articles that showed kids are finding STEM topics boring, high dropout rate, and even with a high-paid job, they don't want to study STEM. So what's the solution? A web platform which you are building to target 8 to 12 years old kids to develop interest in STEM topics through micro-learning, immersive learning, gamification, and personalized learning experience. So we offer Sifter, a platform that adds value to your kids' screen time. So what's for kids? Highly visual, no more text. Getting the components of the most popular game together, gamified, and definitely personalized. So what this wonderful product looks like, it's here. You select any topic you want to study, you watch the content, you learn it, and then you play and practice, and you see how you go to your learning curve. So at what price, you must be wondering? Just €9.99 per month, which is 40% less than an average kids app today in the market. So what's the market size like? Here it is in these 3 countries. But I would like to focus on the sum, which is at 68.5 million, which we want to target in our second and third year of a projection. And so you must be wondering who are competitors. Here they are, and the revenue big. So why we are better than them? Because we are interactive, we are gamified and personalized, which some of them don't even offer. And this is a proof of concept which we validated, where we sold around 9,000 copies, and it's a new market. It was in Germany. And we are very confident to get half the numbers of them, making 1 million in the initial 3 year, and then to get more people on board. So with the first year of a projection, if you can get 5,000 people with our subscription, it's 600,000 in the total revenue. So this is a wonderful team with expertise who are working together to get the best learning experience. The co-founder of expertise in IT, making the backbone. So Sciplify, making science simple for everyone. Contact at sciplify.com. And I would like to thank you for your valuable time.
What if I told you that maintaining proper nutrition at work could be as simple as grabbing a coffee? I'm Ken, co-founder and CTO at Reso Health. I'm a chemist, a formulator, and an entrepreneur, and I've spent the last 20 years developing medicines. I'm here today to tell you how Reso Health are going to fuel the future of work. Barbara is a HR director at a large pharmaceutical company, and she recently told us that every problem in work starts with somebody having a bad day. And there's nothing more contagious than a bad day at work. The root cause could be as simple as poor nutrition. In the US alone, for example, the cost of poor productivity at work is estimated at 20% of total GDP. That's over $4 trillion every year. And our research shows that 2 in every 3 employees have difficulty maintaining a healthy diet at work, which often results in poor productivity. By providing immediate access to precision nutrition, we can improve cognition, energy, resilience levels, resulting in healthier, happier, and more productive employees. Our product dispenser, located in the workplace canteen, allows the employee to prepare a fresh supplement drink containing precisely what they need at that point in time. Our product is paid for by the employer and free to the employee. Our customers can choose from a series of payment options ranging from a SaaS-type license model based on the number of users to a purely consumption-based model where the customer pays for each drink prepared. Reso is aimed at an underserved market that lies at the intersection between a $100 billion employee wellness market and a $500 billion supplement market. Between Ireland, the UK, and the US, there's over 160,000 large companies, 80% of whom are known to have employee wellness programs. And our research indicates that approximately 3,000 of these companies identifies as innovators in this space, and they're likely to adopt our solution, resulting in revenues in excess of 170 million euros in the first 5 years. There are several companies serving both employee wellness and nutritional supplement markets. Employee wellness competitors like Irish Life Health provide reactive solutions, while supplement competitors like Revive Active focus primarily on a B2C market, apply a one-size-fits-all approach. We want to be the first company to provide a customized proactive solution, namely precision nutrition, to maximize productivity and well-being in the workplace. To date, we've spoken with health professionals, nutritionists, 30 HR directors, and over 600 employees. We've developed our prototypes to establish MVP, and we have 2 field study test sites agreed, and we're currently developing our protocol. We're a team of 2. I'm Ken, I'm the scientist on the team. My co-founder, Dermot, he's the engineer. We have strong startup experience, and we've worked together for 15 years. Most recently at Airgen Pharma, where I was the head of research and development, Dermot commercial operations, and we took the business from startup to acquisition in 9 years with an exit valued at $140 million. We believe we have the skills required to bring pharma industry standards to the Nutra sector, and with Reso Health, we intend to do just that. Thank you.
Hi there, my name is Alex and I'm one of the founders of Tally Subscriptions. Tally is an aggregate marketplace for lifestyle subscriptions, working with leading brands across the food, beverage, and health and beauty industries. We are here to revolutionize the subscription market for both merchants and consumers. Individuals often find it hard to keep up with day-to-day online household chores and often look towards recurring monthly subscriptions. Our research shows that 81% of UK households have signed up for a product subscription, whereas over 32% have more than one, and some even up to 5. 74% of these subscribers are dissatisfied with the management tools offered. As well as this, we see an increase in subscription offerings facilitated by well-known SaaS companies such as Skio, Recharge, and ChargeBee. However, the companies using these SaaS tools have no visibility in their marketplace. Imagine if you had multiple subscription offerings coming into your household and you wanted to edit the frequency to meet your requirements. You simply can't. The lack of marketplace and lack of management tools available makes subscription discovery and management a complex process. At Tally, we offer consumers the ability for the first time to browse subscription offerings from different brands and manage them all in the one place. Tally also enables subscription brands to discover new customers and enhance their visibility in a fast-growing retail segment. The subscription market is worth 1.4 billion in the UK and an outstanding 15 billion in the USA, with an expected total of 65 billion worldwide in 2027. We launched in October 2021 with a merchant app and a consumer website and have generated over 11,000 revenue to date, growing an average 10% every month. We have over 400 transactions and 92% retention rate. We have offerings from over 40 Irish merchants and 80 UK merchants signed up. Some of the big brands you will see on the screen. Our business model is based on a commission structure. We charge 10% on any sale that takes place and will be introducing new revenue streams in the near future. Both myself and my sister are the founders of Tally. We have managerial and entrepreneurial skills. We also have an experienced and skilled marketeer, and we also get advised weekly by our we also get advised weekly by the ex-CEO of Car Trawler. Thank you for listening and allowing me to introduce you to Tally, where your favorite subscriptions can be discovered and managed with one single click.
You probably know a student who doesn't like maths. They feel anxious only thinking about numbers. When the time comes to go to university, they might try to avoid it as much as they can, so it's unlikely they'll choose a STEM-related degree. Unfortunately, they can't escape maths that easily. In Ireland alone, over 250 undergraduate degrees require students to attend mandatory statistics, at least in the first year. Well, it is mandatory because the students need it for their final thesis and research work. Students often feel overwhelmed around numbers. This maths anxiety may lead to psychological distress, failing models, procrastination, paying extra fees, and even dropping out of college. Sunny Numbers is a data skills e-learning platform that helps university students to feel confident in their ability to learn maths and statistics. We provide a positive learning environment that offers bite-sized and easy-to-understand content. We minimize anxiety around numbers by providing personalized support that is user-friendly, flexible, and cost-effective. Our end users are university students that struggle with maths and need to complete mandatory statistics models. Our customers are higher education institutions in Ireland, Brazil, and US that need to provide academic support for students with math skills deficiency. We are currently testing the Irish market by selling courses directly to students. Our strategy is to test our solution initially in Ireland before piloting Brazil, followed by the US. Our TAM is 85 billion. While we have only 7 universities in Ireland, US is the largest market in the world with over 4,000 universities. We target particularly California, which has the largest number in the country. Meanwhile, Brazil is the largest market in Latin America with over 2,000 universities. We target São Paulo, which concentrates the vast majority of them. Since the launch of our MVP earlier this year, over 100 students have joined our data community. In addition, we have launched a new program, Statistical Analysis for Beginners. We have already secured our first pilot with a private university in Brazil starting in November 2022. By February 2023, we expect to have signed up our first to invest in the US market in California. Our competition is fragmented. Our cognitive psychology knowledge, data skills expertise, and experience in the education industry allow us to provide the right support, particularly to those students that need it the most. This is our team. My name is Clayton Hearn. I'm a cognitive psychologist, educator, and researcher. I worked in the education industry in Brazil for over 7 years before immigration to Ireland. My co-founder, Chris, is a highly experienced HR professional with a strong technical background. If you are a student, lecturer, investor, or advisor interested in knowing more about selling numbers, please get in touch. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lisa McDonald, and I am the co-founder of Umoja Linn, a platform for African fashion designers. We help African fashion designers to grow their customer reach, and we provide them with the tools necessary to meet consumer demands. Take Noma, for example. Noma is an African fashion designer based in Lagos, Nigeria. She's been working in the fashion space in Nigeria for over 6 years, where she's made all of her sales through physical markets. Now, although physical markets have sustained her business so far, Noma knows her scalability is limited, and she's eager to reach consumers outside of her local town and to compete on a global scale. However, she fears she doesn't have the resources, technical know-how, or the network to be able to do this. With the Umoja Linn marketplace, African fashion designers like Noma can easily set up their online stores, display and sell their products, and connect with global consumers, allowing them to scale to new markets and gain more visibility. The Umoja Linn marketplace creates an economic opportunity for African fashion designers and allows fashion lovers anywhere to source ethnic products with the click of a button. There's no more dependency on referrals or informal WhatsApp transactions. With the fashion and textile industry being the second largest sector in Africa, there's a large supply of African fashion designers. While the demand for African fashion is strong in African countries, there's also a strong demand in the diaspora, where there are far fewer African fashion designers. The number of people of African descent in Ireland and the UK alone is approximately 2.5 million, representing a significantly large and underserved market. With the UK and Ireland as our initial markets, we are targeting 45% of this population. Our business model is a B2B2C. We charge a percentage commission for all products sold on the online marketplace. There are 3 main competitors, with Anka holding a vast majority of the market share. However, we see big gaps in their offerings, and Umoja Linn's proposition aims to fill all of these. In January of 2022, we launched our MP with minimal marketing and 0 ad spend. In Q1 alone, the website had over 5,000 page views and over 1,000 distinct users. In June of 2022, we launched our physical markets. In a time frame of less than 6 hours, we reached over 500 people, and our listing had increased by over 100 new subscribers. In Q4 of 2022, we aim to apply all the data that we've gathered over the last 10 months through our customer discovery journey to optimize our offering while we continue to build the community and generate revenue through physical markets. Being Africans living in Ireland, my co-founder and I know well the struggle of sourcing African fashion designers and products that allow us to represent our respective cultures. Within all 4 members of the team, we're highly experienced and skilled in all aspects of the business, including finance, business operations, software development, and marketing. We know we're the right team to solve this problem. Thank you.
71. Did you know that 71% of graduates leave their job within 1 year? More than every 2 out of 3 students. My name is Sean Hughes, co-founder of Passion Fruit, and today we're going to show why this is the case and outline how we are going to solve this problem. Currently, students are often frustrated by the effort it takes to find a job they're passionate about. A lack of transparency around roles, poor UI, and the inability to find opportunities outside of MNCs all make this task incredibly difficult. Recruiters continually struggle with finding the right hire for the right role. Poor employee retention, finding the right fit technically as well as culturally, and standing out from competitors all prove huge challenges for recruiters. To combat these problems, we are introducing Passion Fruit. Passion Fruit is an online transparency-based platform that matches students and recent graduates to careers, providing an optimal fit between the individual and the employer using a machine learning algorithm and modern minimalistic UI. With matching, we take various parameters into account, such as skills, values, and experience, and are also planning to integrate psychometrics. Our algorithm allows an individual and personalized approach for every user and company, prioritizing what they value the most. We will charge recruiters 5% of their higher salary from the platform and students through a premium subscription in addition to ad revenue. We will launch in Ireland with the market size totaling over 27 million. The UK market size is over 1 billion, while the total addressable market size is over 13 billion euros. Yes, the market is big, but is there demand? Oda, a UK company offering a match algorithm service, has 350,000 users 3 years after its inception, with 10,000 junior roles posted on LinkedIn in the last month and 175,000 visits on Grad Ireland per month. Our competitors in the market range from global recruitment platforms to tech-oriented platforms and student recruitment platforms. No company currently provides a solution in these 3 areas. Passion Fruit has a number of companies that will use the platform as early adopters, with Accenture particularly expressing interest in building a partnership with us. We have partnered with the UCD Students' Union and UCD societies targeting over 35,000 students, and over the course of the summer have built their company around 40 recruiter and 40 student interviews we conducted. We are the best team to scale this startup because we are obsessed with the problem. As current students or recent graduates, our career history and networks will enable us to have the relevant contacts and experience to scale Passion Fruit. In addition, we also have a fantastic team of advisors providing us with guidance and expertise across entrepreneurship, psychometrics, marketing, and HR. We are open for investment and are always looking for feedback around Passion Fruit. So for any students, recruiters, investors, and co, please get in touch with us. We'd love to open up a conversation around Passion Fruit and our plans moving forward. Thank you.
And that's a wrap. Congratulations to our startups and all that you've achieved over the last 6 weeks. A huge shout out to the wider Republic of Work team and the production team behind the scenes here today to make a day like this happen. I'd also love to thank our program managers from other hubs, Victoria, Maeve, Niall, Rosemary, for your support in running this program. Thanks for everyone for tuning in today. Really appreciate your engagement. If you'd like to get in touch with our startups, use the bridge links that we posted during the session. We'll also be sharing in the follow-up email with all of you that attended the event today. We're always on and running programs and masterclasses through the year. Currently, we are looking for our next cohort of the upcoming NDRC Accelerator program. The application is open on the 20th of October. For more information, you can reach out to anyone out here on the NDRC team or check out the website www.ndrc.ie. Thanks again and looking forward to seeing you all for the next showcase.